New tonight, a rural Ohio church was the site of an eye-popping protest today. The Coshocton County Church has been picketing a Warsaw strip club for years, and today employees of the club took the fight to the church and took off their tops in the process. The sign outside New Beginnings Ministries in Warsaw welcomes all, but today's Sunday service had some decidedly unwelcome visitors. Women bearing picket signs and bearing their bodies for all to see. Thomas George is the man behind the protest.
I have to point out the hypocrisy that I see.
George is the owner of a strip club called the Foxhole North. He says for years, New Beginnings has worked to bring his club to an end.
They come up every weekend. They're very abusive and certainly unchristian-like, calling the girls and they're abusive to the customers. They sit out with video cameras. They take pictures of license plates, tell them they're posting them to the web.
Pastor Bill Dunphy makes no secret of his intentions.
I hope that he was realized that the Foxhole has no business in this community.
And makes no apologies for his crusade against the club.
I take very seriously the responsibility as a pastor to see to it that the gospel of Christ is lifted up, that Christ himself is lifted up, and that evil is confronted.
George admits today's topless protest is an extreme measure, but says it's far from evil. As eyes of churchgoers were protected behind a hanging tarp, some members confronted the protesters.
Love is the answer, and you don't have it, baby. God is love.
Ma'am, you know nothing about love.
Oh, no, trust me. Yes, I do.
You know plenty about lust. You know plenty about sex, but you know nothing about love.
Dunphy calls the semi-nude protest shameful. George says he and his topless troops will retreat when New Beginnings finds a new target. George said he and his protesters plan to be back at the church next Sunday and into the foreseeable future. Ohio law does not prohibit women from being topless in public.